I just noticed M. Bison and Harley Quinn and a Goomba on your light switch.
Warning. This podcast is about the horror genre, specifically horror films. As most horror movies are filled with coarse language, violence, and/or gore, the topics and language of the cast of the pod will also reflect the genre. If you have any issues with the aforementioned warnings, please press stop. However, if you have no issue with adult language, movie violence, or the accoutrement that accompanies horror films, please feel free to continue. You have been warned.
Yowzers.
Warned.
Man, that sounded good. I don't know how it's going to sound on the recording, but it sounded pretty good.
It did.
Thank you, Deb, for the upgrade to the studio there.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For guys who don't know, Deborah added an extra story to our 2,000-story mansion house studio.
Yeah, a whole nother story. So, welcome back to the Cast of the Pod, the podcast where if we have old school memories about a certain movie, we'll talk about it. And if it's something that we've just seen or something we should have seen all this time, then we'll talk about it. It's not necessarily a true review, a what?
Our review.
It's our review.
Is it really a review though?
I mean, at the end, we give it a number.
Yeah, so
So I guess,
rating.
we give it a rating.
we give it a rating. So yeah, we're going to talk about the movie today that we're going to talk about is The Serpent and the Rainbow. But before we get to it, today we have one of our original hosts in studio with us today.
Deborah.
Hello, I'm glad to be back, everybody.
That being Chuckles.
Howdy, howdy.
And then, of course, myself, Josh.
And me, Deb.
And we have, my screen just flashed. Oh, okay, because it went to the other side. Need to throw out all the social media out there. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Facebook at Cast of the Pod, and of course, most importantly, Club 3P, which is our Patreon pod people. You can find and join at patreon.com/Cast of the Pod. So whenever you're looking for Cast of the Pod, just remember it's Cast of the Pod.
Yeah, and you can find me at Boomtown Sports Cars and Collectibles on Bandera in San Antonio, Texas.
Motherfucker, y'all didn't pay for a sponsorship.
Hey,
Hey, you should be sponsors.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
we
You
shit.
should.
should be.
yeah.
Why aren't you?
Okay, we're sponsored. Here's $5. 10350. Bandera. San Antonio, Texas.
This is so much fun.
Town Sports Cars and Collectibles. You can see me there all day, every day because Vic's at Vegas
Yeah.
and I'm running the show. Bring me your Pokemon cards and I'll give you 60%.
So now we're talking about the 1988 movie, The Serpent and the Rainbow. That, honestly, I saw it way back in the day.
I've never seen it.
Uh-oh, there you go.
That was the rainbow just.
The
serpent
and,
riding his
and the rainbow basin. It's weird how you can hear that music all the way up here on the 234th floor.
I was about to say, is that a plane?
Yeah.
Is it plane?
Plane that's
Plane,
bumping?
a plane.
Plane was bumping on the way by.
Was that the Soul Plane?
That is a good movie. I don't care what anybody says.
The only part I like in that movie is Stinky Pinky.
Anyways,
To be
we're-
honest with you, I don't even remember the movie. I know I've seen it.
No, you didn't see the part where he finger banged a baked potato and he's like, Stinky Pinky.
so going back to The Serpent and the Rainbow, you have been warned. Did you know that it was directed by Wes Craven?
No.
Yeah. Like Nightmare on Elm
He did
Street.
have a burnt killer at the end.
Yeah, this is true. Oh, I forgot to do this.
You have been warned.
I forgot to turn up the background music.
We have
Ooh,
background
we
music?
can- Do
Yeah, we have
that.
background music.
Hey, Deborah, that extra story you put in
Have lights and
and
everything.
everything.
All pretty.
Yeah.
Even the toilet has music.
That's so we don't hear you.
So,
I pooped to the groove.
Oh.
so this movie stars Bill Pullman, Kathy Tyson, Zachus Mokai, Paul Winfield, Brent Jennings, Conrad Roberts, and a lot of other people. And
Music too loud.
the music is too loud. All right, let me bring it down a little bit. It also has Alfred, Michael Gould or Gull. Yeah, whatever his name is.
I have to say, this movie, like, I was so into it because the acting was so badass.
That's something we pointed out at the beginning. Every single actor was legit. There was no half-assing it.
Yeah, I mean, my favorite one was actually the first zombie guy.
Christoph.
Yeah, he was so convincing and everything. The way he moved and talked, how he glistened.
The tear, the single tear that
tear
ran down his eye.
It was just, he was very convincing, and I actually want to see more of him. Actually,
yeah, he was a good actor there. His name was Conrad Roberts. That's his real name.
We need more people named Conrad.
What, to act like him?
No, just ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Conrad, please.
He was in The Mask of Zorro, Scorpion King, The Mosquito Coast. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Really?
As far as recently is the word I'm looking for, as he was the elegant man in A Wrinkle in Time. So going to IMDb, the short description of it is: an anthropologist goes to Haiti after hearing rumors about a drug used by black magic practitioners to turn people into zombies. Now, when the president of the United States decides to take a break from Independence Day and go to Haiti to find out how to make zombies, you know it's something serious.
Or he ditches his job at Spaceballs.
Space.
What was it, Princess Vespa?
Dude, she is so hot.
Oh.
Princess Vespa?
That's another movie. That's another podcast.
But still, I have to let everyone know out there, if she's listening to this in her badass car, I'm in love with you. And I would legitly.
And you wouldn't leave her to go
Never.
to Heidi?
Nope. Never. I mean, she can have my soul in a jar.
Haiti.
But yeah, she's hot.
Okay, so, I mean, this is a movie that I saw it way back in the day, in the late 80s.
I had a chance to watch it on TNT.
Wow.
But I didn't want to watch it because it looked scary.
Aren't you glad you didn't watch it on TNT? Because then it would have been completely different.
Yeah,
Probably. Yeah, no.
And all the commercials.
Yeah.
You would have to stop. Oh,
But-
wait.
But when you watch it, though, you kind of watch it for, like, Billy Bob more than the movie.
For those who don't know about Billy Bob, what are you talking about?
Joe Bob Briggs, whatever his name is.
Joe Bob Briggs. Yeah, I can see what you mean. TNT.
Yeah, I used to watch that all the time. And, of course, when the movie came on, I'm like, nah.
So basically, this movie, I mean, it's hard to get into. You know the movie from beginning to end in the movie world. It took from when they first find out about the zombie powder to when the movie ends. It's a 10-year span. Did y'all know that?
No, I didn't.
It wasn't something that happened like for 2 weeks or anything like that.
Wow.
Deb?
So what was he looking for in the Amazon? Or in
Well,
Mexico?
he was in Amazon first.
Drugs. Oh, why was he there the first time?
Yeah.
Because he was in Indiana Jones.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun.
dun, dun.
Yeah.
You call him Dr. Jones, doll.
And then, and then they found out that he had been out there, and he found the connection with the.
And that's when he found his spirit animal.
That's when he found the shaman.
That
Yes.
was the cougar from the Dairy Queen toilet. What podcast episode is that one?
That one is on a Hatchet TV episode that's no longer airable
Oh,
anymore. Yeah.
boo! You guys missed the entire story of the cougar toilet at Dairy Queen right there where Grand Central Station's at.
I do know one thing. By the time they get back to that, because there's the jaguar that he gets in Central America, right before he goes out to Haiti, and then that's when they give him the drug. The shaman's like, "Hey, take this. It's my gift to you. It's gonna show you your future." And the guy told him, "Don't drink it. Don't drink it." And of course, Bill Pullman's like, "I'm Bill Pullman. I'm gonna drink what I want." And he drinks it, and he starts tripping and hallucinating, and his helicopter pirate has bugs crawling out of his eyes, ears, nose, and butthole.
Was that like actually what happened, or did he like hallucinate that?
I don't know, because it just jumped to him being back in America, all cool and everything like that.
Yeah.
But I did want to point out, by the time we get to the end of the movie, a lot of things that happen in movies, you're like, oh, that's going to come back later. That's going to come back later. Did y'all think the Jaguar was going to come back later?
No, I didn't see that coming.
Just out of nowhere, everything's going to be over. Then all of a sudden,
Animality.
Well, I kind of did because they made it a point to say it was his spirit animal.
Well, I wonder if the shaman knew what he was getting himself into. That's why he gave him the spirit animal.
he's like, hey, you're going to be messing with some stuff that you're not supposed to mess with, and you're going to put yourself in some situations that you wouldn't be in if you just listen to people. But since you're not going to listen to people,
Here's your Jaguar.
You didn't tell me your dad had a jag.
Well, I was gonna say that yeah, like he did tell him, here, I want to show you something. I told him to drink.
Yeah, because then the voodoo doctor was in South America,
Yeah,
and he never seen him before.
he was all shaking.
Yeah,
he had the premonition of the doctor. What was his name in the movie? Dargent Patrod.
he wasn't like I guess he was like a government guy or something like that.
All I know is every movie that he's in, you know he's gonna be the bad guy. He's one of those just bad guys.
Because he has a gold tooth.
That's why he's a bad guy.
But
Yeah.
you've seen him. He's one of those actors where you've seen him a million times and you know his voice, you know his face, and then you go back and you look at his IMDb and you're like, that's it? That's all he was in? I know I've seen him in everything
It's
else.
like bald-headed Mexican dude from all the
Hector? No.
Hector, yeah.
Hector returns to the cast of the pod. We talk to him again.
Like
But-
the Hector,
no, not the Hector, but
Fast and the Furious, Honda spoon on
yeah,
engines.
Yes.
that's who we're talking about. That Hector.
Yeah, okay.
What were we gonna say, Deb? Oh,
No, and that's the show, everybody.
all right. So he gets back to America, and they tell him, "Hey, there's this the Christoph. You know, he was turned into a zombie. Oh no, he was killed. He died. They buried him." And then years later, they find him again at this other place, and they verified by witnesses and through pictures that it's the same guy.
But
And-
awesome dreads, though.
But
Like really cool dreads.
Bill Pullman's like, hey, it could be anybody. You don't know. Blah blah blah.
Could have a twin.
Yeah, he could have a twin. The witnesses could be lying. So they send him down there to find out the truth. And in some ways, he's going down there for good things. He's going down there to try to find this medication. They can make it into medication. And if there's one thing I can tell you from experience, you don't fuck around with voodoo.
Voodoo.
Yeah, I was
for my magic.
running with my hatchet.
Oh,
Yeah.
I always thought I was running from my magic.
As someone that has had connections with faith healers and I wouldn't say brujerias.
Yeah, but they all went out of business since the eggs went up.
No, now you're really paying. Because if they're rubbing that egg on your sana colita de rana,
Then you're really sick.
You're really
Yeah, they're
sick.
like, oh, we got the new synthetic egg. It's called golf ball.
You gotta put those eggs on layaway.
Did they take Klarna?
No, we went to that grocery store earlier to get some snacks, and the eggs were $10.
$10
$10?
for
For-
6 of them.
No, it was like that big one, like the
Is it 18?
18 pack.
But
Yeah.
still $10?
$10.
I remember eggs were like $1.99, right, for a dozen.
Yeah.
No, hold on. We don't buy food around here to have food in the house.
Because
So
it's too expensive.
That was before, so we can't pretend like we know what the price of shit is.
Well, I knew
We've
the price
bought-
of eggs are.
We bought food once.
Eggs, bread, and milk is probably the most common thing people have in their fridge. No,
Yeah.
I always have that.
We don't.
We normally have like soda, ramen,
Everything's old in Josh's
frozen
old
refrigerator. There's a can of brand new Jolt Cola.
There is nothing in the fridge right now except bottles of water and tiny, like 80 tiny bottles of tequila.
And the bottled water is that hard plastic where it cuts your lip. That's how old it is.
So going back to the Serpent and the Rainbow,
And there was actually a serpent, and we did see a rainbow.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
a couple of times. But yes, they were there in the movie, and they didn't. There's a card that comes up on the screen that explains the relevance in voodoo between the serpent and the rainbow. Serpent representing earth, the rainbow representing heaven.
And we're between.
Yeah, and man is in between, and cursed with a soul. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how that would be a curse, but yeah.
You see all the bullshit we've been through in the last 10 years?
Yeah. True,
Dead
true.
people don't have to worry about that.
So, I mean, all three of us agreed already that this was a pretty good movie. It was a good watch, a good
great
find.
movie. Great movie. The acting was probably my favorite part. How every way act. And the special effects were actually really good too. The hand in the suit.
Yeah, the hand in the suit.
And the hands that kind of stretched out like Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
They look very Dalsum-like to me.
And the little creepy ass wedding corpse.
So,
oh yeah, the one that kept walking.
Yeah.
towards him.
but here's the thing. Going through the movie,
Wait. You know what bugged me about this? The only thing that bugged me about this movie, he gives the guy a shot and he takes a shot. And the guy goes, okay. And he grabs a bottle, takes a swig, and he takes a bottle of the swig. And then he pours another 2 shots. I'm like, just fucking share the bottle.
That bothers you?
Yeah, it bothered me.
Maybe they realized, oh, we just drank out of the same bottle.
It's
Well, no,
alcohol, though. It could anything.
But here's the thing, though. It's like if you're civilized, you're like, I want to make sure we get the same thing. I don't want to drink too much. I'm going along with this person, doing what this person's doing, showing the camaraderie there. Now we're going to make sure we drink the right amount.
And what kind of pissed me off, too, is a big titty bitch that brought back the goat. We didn't see more of her.
You want to see more of her?
You see how big those tits were?
Oh, God.
They were humongous. Because, like, the doctor chick she was with had, like, she was like, what they called, raisins from South Park?
No,
Instead
but
of Hooters, it was raisins.
no, but the thing is, apparently they weren't that memorable if I didn't notice them. And we point out boobage in
When
Cast
she
of the
brought in
Pie.
the goat, I didn't even see the goat. Like, where'd the goat come from? I just saw her
When we
tits.
talk about boobs, we talk quantity or quality.
And there was
They were
one.
both
And
pretty
they're-
good. No, they were pretty nice. They were
We're
like,
gonna go back after this and see if you're right or if you're not.
like her like I wanted to see more. I wanted to see a whole documentary on her tits.
I think you're just making that up for the pod.
I'm telling
because
you, man, when they bring back the goat the very next day after he got a nail in his dong, or was that before?
That was before.
he got a nail in his scrotum. It wasn't in his
Ooh.
dong. It was in the scrotum.
Can you imagine?
And that was before.
So I pictured, because they didn't show it, I just pictured, stretching the skin between the balls, and that's where the nail went through.
Well,
I didn't picture anything.
Because like, if it went to your testicle, you're pretty much fucked, right?
in pain, yeah, but not to die. You won't die.
Well, not
if
die,
it's
but
on-
like you gotta remove it.
yeah,
Punch your nut.
it's ruined. But going back to the movie,
You're not talking about tits and nuts no more.
well, no. Well, I mean, if you want to talk about boobs, they do show Marielle Duncombe's.
Yeah, raisins.
They show hers. She had like a B cup, maybe even a C.
It looked like 2 chewed up raisins that was
You need.
on a little anthill that was almost not ready yet.
I think you need to talk to someone.
I did like her facial features though. She had pretty eyes, pretty lips.
She did have pretty eyes.
Yeah, but that tells you she didn't have good tits because I noticed her eyes first. It sucks because I can't see Josh's face, so every time I think of something fun, I'm looking at Deborah.
So here's the thing, on this movie, it's really good, and it's not that we want to spoil anything. It's just there's not much to say, as in the fact of, once they find out that they have this zombie powder out there, the guy goes out to buy it, and then it's the typical,
But it was pretty cool though. He was able to possess that dude's wife.
yeah. But it's the typical, you don't belong here. You're not supposed to be here. All right, so I'm gonna leave, and he pretends he's leaving, and he doesn't leave, and then he gets busted, and then they beat him up a little bit. They hurt him a little bit. You're not supposed to be here. Okay, I'm gonna leave, and as he's leaving, they give him the zombie powder. The guy, I forgot what his name was.
The guy from
The
Terminator.
cowboy hat guy.
Louis Mozart, who is not the guy from Terminator. Brent Jennings is not the guy from Terminator.
We talking about the good doctor, the one with the guy with the scorpion in his mouth.
That's not a doctor. That's Lucien Celine. That he was
in Terminator.
that was definitely in his right mind throughout the whole movie. Yeah, by this time, Patron had told him that he could get him wherever he was at. He was the one that possessed the wife of his friend.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what?
That's the lady that was doing the toast.
Yeah.
Because when he got captured and they hit him in the scrotum with a nail, he told him to leave and don't come back. This is our threatening for you.
Yeah, but he kept on fucking with them even though after he left.
Yeah, that's why I was like, why is he still messing with them?
Because
because he took the stuff, right?
he went back for Ducomp, for Marielle.
But that's when I guess he realized that he took the stuff anyway. He was mad. Is that why they still kept messing with them?
No, well, yes, because Mozart had given it to him already. And that's when they captured Mozart and they killed him. They cut his head off.
And he drank his blood.
Is that what helped when he like possessed the wife?
I just
drinking the blood.
I
During
did
that
know.
ceremony.
I did know when they were breaking. Well, towards the end, when he broke, he had the jar with the watch on it. When he broke that one, that's when he like fully burned.
Because he was.
Whose soul was that?
That was the.
That was Mozart's. Because he took the watch from Bill Pullman, from Dennis Allen.
Oh, okay.
I just noticed he has two first names, Dennis Allen.
Dr. Allen?
Dr. Grant.
Isn't it Alan Grant?
Yeah. Dr. Allen, Dr. Grant.
And shit.
So then that's when the wife does the toast and then she gets possessed. She eats the glass.
She stabs him in the face.
She stabs him in the face.
And
then she has a seizure, right?
yeah.
On
She's
the-
having
on the
a
table.
seizure.
And they put a wallet in her mouth.
Yeah.
Because white bitches love money. He has a way to calm her down. And like, yes, baby, here you go.
I think this is when Alan realizes that there's nothing he can do about it, and he has to. That's why he goes back.
Yeah, he's gonna have to confront this. But I mean, that's what me and Deborah were talking about. Like, they told him to leave, he left, and he's still fucking with them.
Well, that's because he took their magic, and they were studying.
No, he was given magic.
Yeah, but he still took it.
Given.
Even though they were giving it to him, he still took it. It's not taking like in stealing. He still brought it home.
To somewhere that it wasn't from before, that it shouldn't be.
And now it's being like other people are gonna have it. So that's what they were mad about.
So from there, I mean, they have the showdown. What is that? And the face off. That's the word I was looking for. The face off.
No, he got buried first.
When he gets
back, the guy from Terminator.
He captures him. Well,
He
not
helps.
captures him.
Well, he kidnaps him, but he kidnaps him on purpose to save him, and he does like a little ritual or whatever to try to protect him from any kind of magic.
Yeah.
And that's when the Bray Wyatt came in.
That's when he dies.
Well, technically they're not dying. They're just going to sleep, and everything slows down.
But he was still being controlled too.
From a distance by
The witch doctor.
Patron. Yeah. I don't want to say Patreon because it sounds like we're saying Patreon, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
So
Patreon.
download or become a member on Patreon
Pass of the pod.
before we possess you and make you stab your boyfriend or girlfriend in the face. You gotta stuff money in your mouth like $1 Million Man.
And I laugh.
And Josh didn't play the music.
I know.
Money, 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 money.
No, I didn't have it ready. I didn't know you're.
Well, some DJ you are.
You're supposed to read our minds, Josh.
Yep. Just have wrestling
Yep.
wrestling music from the 80s.
That's how the wrestlers back in the day treated you. What do you mean you don't have my music?
You're supposed to have it on you all the time.
What's your music? Eye of the Tiger.
Oh.
You all right?
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, the movie. It's a simple movie. It just.
I think we're just blown away by the acting.
about how
The
good the
whole
movie
thing.
actually was. I always confuse this movie with the Serpent and not the Serpent and the Rainbow, the Prince of Darkness.
Gosh, that's a
It's a horrible movie.
like
Maybe that's the one I saw.
dookie diarrhea movie.
Maybe that's the one I saw.
That's the one with the devil sticking his hand through the reverse water effect.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And then
I
they-
just remember green fire.
yes, and then they get the tape at the end of the movie. We're from the year 2005.
In the year 2000. Long story short, great movie. Guy burns up. He gets to have raisin tits back again. And at the same time, real world Haiti Civil War is over or something like that.
That actually did happen during the movie, and they had to continue filming in the Dominican Republic because of the coup that was going on in Haiti.
And they're all saying, bonjour, okay?
Even though now, just the other day I had to look up the pronunciation on it because everything's changed. You can't say the names the way that we used to say them because now they're wrong and it's culturally inappropriate. But now they were saying Haiti. You need to pronounce it that way. It's like, well, they pronounce it that way there.
Wait, hold on. When we were kids and we were in high school and we were learning, what is it, geometry? Were you
Geometry.
I don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Geometry is math.
Oh,
Geology.
geology. And learning, they told us it was Haiti. Just like we were taught to say the word Z, but everyone said, no, you're saying it's supposed to be Z. You know what I mean? Is it really our fault the way we pronounce it? That's how they taught us?
I wouldn't think so. But throughout the movie, they're saying Haiti also.
So how do you say it now?
I just said it, Haiti.
Haiti?
Haiti.
And yeah. But yeah, I'm sticking with Haiti.
Yeah, me too. And Z.
I did want to point out though that there is one love scene in the movie, and when this movie came out, Haiti was the HIV capital of the world.
But she's a doctor.
Not only is she a doctor, they're in water, and she's like, "This is healing water. Never trust."
Wait, you know what?
anyone from any STD capital of the world, doesn't matter where it's at. If you're in the STD any type of STD capital of the world, and they're like, "Oh, don't worry, this water is healing," that means that you're gonna get some bumps or something wrong with your white blood cells. I'm just saying.
You know what I noticed about that whole love scene?
What about it?
Is that you can definitely tell the way she was acting is when she sat on it. She had like a serious face, and then her eyes rolled back, and she went mouth open, and she sat up straight. That's when she sat on it.
In real life, or
No, in the movie, you can tell when he slids it in, because like she's like, "Yeah, I'm on top of you," and then she's like, "Oh," she straightens up, her head goes back, and she does a giant yawn, and she looks back at him like
what I'm
the
saying?
Undertaker.
What I'm saying is, are you saying that's good acting, or they were really doing it on stage?
No, it's probably either both, but she's a really good actress because I knew when she got banged. But I don't know the face myself because
And
every time like they slip on mine, they don't notice. I noticed though because I had the same yawn.
So I think it's time for the calculator of doom.
Calculator of Doom.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
What's the Calculator of Doom?
When we
Dep-
rate it.
The rating.
No, we still got to talk about the real life effects of this movie, and that's where we were supposed to find out what this drug is and is it real, whatnot. Because it says based on a true story.
Well, the medication that they figured out from the trip that's been over dramatized for the movie, they use now, and 90% of the people who have ever been put under, including all three of us here, for some type of medical, like a procedure or something like that, we've all had this zombie drug. So think about that.
So they actually had to like scrape off some dead person's brain skull and bury it back in.
I'm
Like,
sure that
It
was,
was-
all just for the movie.
that's how they made the powder. Like, 3
Yeah,
days.
but I'm sure that was all for the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, so before we go into surgery, they're like, yeah. They're like, yeah. Yeah, and then sprinkle it into Deborah's IV.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Or does the nurse comes and wakes you up at 3 o'clock in the morning. We're here to take blood, and you wake up. What?
I do have a story now that you say that about blowing in your face like that.
It's how COVID happened. That's why we wear masks. That's why no one becomes zombies no more.
What's your story, Deborah?
So when I had my first time surgery, so they put me under, and I just remember I remember I woke up and I was still on the table, and when I was watching the movie and he was explaining, when Christoph was explaining, like he could see everything, he can hear, he can,
And possibly
but
feel.
but he couldn't move, right? It was reminding me, like, so during my surgery, I remember opening my eyes and I'm looking around and I saw the doctor, I saw the anesthesiologist next to
The
me,
voodoo
and the
doctor?
nurses, yeah. And they're like, and then I said something, I can't remember what I said, and then all I know is I hear one of the nurses say, doctor, she's awake. And he's like, huh, that's not supposed to happen. and then they're like, oh, we need to give her some more. And then, so I just see the guy, and they're putting more in my IV. And then I was out again.
Wow.
And then all I know is that when I wake up later on, like Josh is in the room with me, and then my parents and his parents and everybody, and I didn't know what happened. And supposedly it was like hours after my surgery, right?
Yes, many, many hours.
Yeah. So I guess they didn't give me enough the first time, and so they gave me more, and they gave me too much, and then they didn't know if I was gonna wake up.
Wow.
So when I was watching the movie and I heard when Christoph was talking about how he felt, and he saw everything, heard and everything, I was just like, oh, that's crazy.
That's funny though. Well, not really funny, but my mom had surgery too, but she didn't know who any of us were for like 2 days.
Wow.
And I thought she was playing around because that's how sick my mom is. It was like playing a big ass joke on us, and like we're all crying and shit. Like, it's me, Eric. She's like, who? Bitch. Don't play with me. And like, mom, quit playing around. I don't know. Get away. Don't touch me. Kind of shit. And I was like, man, is she playing? Because my mom's worse than me.
Yeah, that's scary though.
When I went to surgery, the only thing I remember is my back hurting like a motherfucker. So I think they dropped me and put me back on the whatever they were doing.
They're like, oh shit, just put him back. He won't
Yeah,
know.
because I was like, because the first surgery I had, I felt fine. Second surgery, when they actually, gave me that bag on my ass or my stomach, I came back from surgery and woke up, my back was killing me in the back of my head. So I think those motherfuckers dropped me.
They kicked you a little. Oh.
Yeah, fuck this guy. Throw up on my shirt. And I just probably pictured them like looking at my small penis and like laughing. And they were probably taking pictures of me in weird poses, and that's how I fell.
And they're like, oh shit.
Wow.
They're like, nobody will notice. It'll be fine. We'll just blame it on that.
It's like, when he starts complaining about it, just give him some morphine.
It'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Hey, but for real, I don't think I ever told anybody about this, but I did wonder why my back hurt like crazy. Because the average table size is like what, maybe 3 to 4 feet?
Yeah.
Oh, the height?
Yeah. That's a pretty big fall for a fat guy. Well, I wasn't fat, I was dying. So I was
Yeah,
skinny.
you were like a skeleton.
That's probably why it hurt so much. The bag of bones is falling on the hard ass table. Maybe if I was fat, I wouldn't feel that. I would bounce back up.
All the way up to the table. Like a ball.
Oh, we should do another podcast just talking about our surgeries, man, because I got a great story for the catheter.
Oh, shit. But so now can we do the calculator of doom?
Yeah.
All right. Chuckles, you go first. Out of a 0 being the worst and 10 being the best, what do you give it?
11.
11?
This is literally my favorite new old movie.
So you give it a 10.
Yes.
Okay.
A 10 plus.
10 plus.
Deborah?
I'm going to give it a 9.
Wow. That's pretty high.
Yeah, it is. It was really good. It kept me entertained the
We
whole
were
time.
all. I mean, I was kind of getting annoyed every time you paused it.
Yeah, me too. I was like, really? I'm glad we didn't watch it at the theater.
No shit.
If we would have watched it at the theater, I wouldn't have been able to pause it.
That's when we should have watched it at the
you
theater.
you have some kind of Tony Stark tech. You can probably do that.
So I give it a 7.
A 7.
Yeah.
Show your work.
So we got a 10
Show your
plus
work.
a 9 plus a 7. What's wrong with the 7?
That sounds too low.
That's
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Change it to 8. I'm leaving.
So
He's gonna fight you now.
divided by 3 gives the movie an 8.7 rating.
It should at least be a 9.0.
For me, I see no rewatchability. There's nothing in this movie that 10 years from now, like if I would have, like I said, I saw this back then and there wasn't anything that stuck in my mind other than the poster.
The poster looks like a zombie movie, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
a
it is
vampire,
zombie.
vampire movie.
Because of the cross and
Yeah,
the
and the casket.
Don't forget, hit us up on all the social media: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and of course our Patreon at Cast the Pod. Until next time, I'm Josh.
I'm Deb.
And I'm Chuckles, and I'll be back in another 3 more years.
And we've been discussing the what year was it?
I think it was
86? 89.
89.
The 19 something back in the day. Damn it.
Serpent and the Rainbow.
Now I have to find it again. No, before we end, I have to find it again. Hold on.
Oh.
And 1988 film, The Serpent and the Rainbow, which I feel bad that all these years I didn't realize it was a Wes Craven film.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I knew. Ooh.
All right. Till next time. Peace.
Bye, everybody.
Ouch.